trying to break the three-way tie for second place that started at the top of the day. They will now tie for first, I believe. I guess game to play for Cloud9.
Yeah, as far as wins, they are tied, but win percentage, Cloud9 still undefeated. And you looked at Phoenix One's reaction there. Definitely not excited. The INORI very hard on himself after that game because to the first 20 minutes or so, it was clear that DARDOCH did get the best of him in both of those games. And Phoenix One are not happy about being 4-1, which is just kind of a huge change in the expectations from last year and shows you where this team wants to go.
Yeah, I mean, knowing that it's a long season, gonna move over, shake hands, and exchange some hugs and smiles there with the enemy team. But today, Phoenix One start week 3 off with another solid-looking win, and it seems like, again, the work that they put in, the infrastructure they invested in, the coach that they now have that's leading them every champ select, they're just building a super solid foundation because they know it's not about, coming out of the gate early and then faltering at the end. That's the old Immortal strategy. They want to make sure they surge into the playoffs and really challenge for the top spots.
For sure, that's what they want to do. One thing we didn't mention after or during this game at all is the fact that ADRIAN is a former Immortals player and he was able to get the best of him here. Big smile on his face and a good hug for POBELTER at the end of that game. So it's got to feel pretty good for ADRIAN, even though he just picked Nami both games. Doesn't play the Zyra. So as far as the trend of when ADRIAN was on Immortals, why aren't you playing the meta supports? Feels like he's keeping that with him with no Zyra pick, but still a successful game.
Strong mages, I think we nerfed the redemption, nerfed some of the healing items. He's like, nah, still good. We're going to take them all and try and get them happening there. Really funny stuff to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 4-1 on Phoenix One. This series was closer than we probably thought it was going to be, even though the end result is still the same.
Well, it certainly looks that. But for more on that Phoenix One win, let's check in with Azael and the Phoenix One mid laner. Oh, sorry. No interview just yet. I'm getting trolled.
Okay, well, we're going to continue talking about that. Phoenix One mid laner. Ryu had a very strong game on this one as well with... I wish we could check the damage dealt to champions at the end of these games, but we have a small issue on this side of it. Overall, we're going to continue the conversation about the main 4-1.
Yeah, I think the other side for Immortals is things do look a little better. Same issues seem to be still cropping up, and they are building up together. But I do like to at least change game plans here. Get Flame on the Jace, get him to try and carry. Game 1 looked very close, and the 2-0 is a lot closer than the overall series looks if you just look at the scoreline. But Immortals still showing that even a change in game plan is not necessarily enough to take a win here.
Yeah, I agree as well. Like, Immortals does definitely have some growing to do, but they did grow from last week to this week. The trouble for them is whether or not they can play the same game as everyone else or if they have to win differently. Because Flame, they tried, it looked like this week, to just go with whatever champions you're most comfortable on in the top lane and in the support position. We're just going to try and roll with those. And even with that, POBELTER was still able to get pushed in the mid lane, so they just can't seem to put it all together.
All right, well, we're going to try it one more time. For more on that Phoenix One win, we'll now check in with Azael and Phoenix One's mid laner.
Thanks, guys. Great cast on the day. I'm Azael here with Ryu, victorious mid laner, has been putting on quite a show for us. And I wanted to start off by asking you, you had played in Europe in the past for quite some time, and now you've come to North America. What do you feel about the differences between the European LCS and the North American LCS?
I think there is no big difference between NA and EU. I think pretty similar.
All right, so pretty similar between the two leagues, but Phoenix One, you guys are off to a very strong start so far. You've been playing very well. A lot of people have you as one of the top teams in the league. What are your expectations for the team? How far do you think you guys can go this year?
I just aiming for final with our team.
So trying to go for the finals this year. And, I want to know, you've been putting on really good performances. A lot of people are talking about you as one of the best mid laners in the league, along with the likes of Bjergsen and Jensen. How do you think you stack up against the competition here in North America?
I think so far I didn't play against good mid laner. I have to play against Bjergsen and Jensen, I think. Yeah.
How do you think you'll do against them when you do play?
I don't know. We'll see on Sunday.
Okay, I guess we'll find out on Sunday. Thanks, guys. That's it for us. We'll head it over to the analyst desk.
You lied to me. There's no desk. Azael, get it right. I've made that mistake myself. Don't worry about it. Cyrene, we're back here to talk about Phoenix One winning 2-0. What do you want to start with?
Ryu talking about playing against not great mid laners.
Shots fired, POBELTER. Bang, bang.
But actually, Ryu is actually stomping mid lane. I was looking at an interesting statistic that was experience difference at 10 minutes. And he's 400 experience up. He's #1 in the league over his opponents. Ryu is crushing the lane. And that's super early on. So he's like actually just forcing people off of 2 waves plus.
Right, it's not like you can magically gain more XP. They're getting pushed out. He's getting more from kills and whatnot. So he's like really blasting. That's good to see. Ryu, I mean, super solid. Double player of the game, I think, completely deserved. Carried the team fights both cases.
Yeah, it makes me really hyped up for that matchup on Sunday. That I can't shut up about, but it's like
Good.
Ryu playing against Bjergsen, that's going to be a really great one to see.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, TSM didn't go far enough at Worlds to see it at Worlds. So, you know, Ryu's got to bring it over to North America to play some NA mid laners because they just didn't show up at Worlds very clearly.
Trying to boost us.
I'm putting the shots fired in for the EULCS on their behalf.
While shooting us in the foot, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, you know what? I just go for the easy jokes, even if it's at my own expense. I don't want to talk about Champ Select, though. I thought Immortals, so I'm going to take the other side of it in a little bit, but I thought Immortals made a really bad choice in Champ Select. First round, red side, Jace, okay, I get. Like, there's a good chance that Jace is the best top player in the game right now. But why are you grabbing Syndra?
Yeah. I don't know. I actually dislike it. Exactly. You pick Varus in that slot instead, because if you pick Syndra there, the mid lane is not pinched in any way, shape, or form, right? And Syndra has enough counters that we've seen with Corki, Fizz, and even Echo being played into it. So I think this is just absolutely wrong, because when you pick the Syndra, and when we had seen what order it was picked in, you pick the Syndra and the Jace. Well, they're going to answer and take the Varus away.
Right.
But they already have their jungler, they have the Varus, and they have the Corki. So they've matched mid.
You let them counterpick mid lane.
Exactly.
Instead of last picking, like the OLLEH was grabbed anyway.
Yeah.
Get your Syndra and then ban away things that are good against her if you want to go for that.